to another exciting edition of Hidden in Universal Vault. I'm Ryan, your host, and I thought we'd go ahead and head back into the Blumhouse library by taking a look at a film that came out in 2019. And this was from Blumhouse Productions. This is a film that stars, I'll run down the cast. This stars Octavia Spencer, Juliette Lewis, Diane Shivers, Corey Fogelman, alongside Luke Evans, Ma, from director Tate Taylor. Yeah. So, Tate Taylor has directed a few movies, though. Tate Taylor is also the man who was responsible for directing Octavia Spencer into her Oscar-winning role in The Help. That was the first movie not the first movie he directed, but the first well-known movie he directed. His previous film for the studio, Universal Studios, was the James Brown biopic, Get On Up. So Ma was his next movie for the studio. And, yeah, so anyways, if you don't know the story of Ma, this focus on Sue Ann. I think her name's Sue Ann. Her name's Sue Ann, but most people call her Ma. She's sort of like this woman that you seem to kind of love and care about. But basically, the tables turn around and craziness happens. So, when the film starts, I'm going to put that right there. So, when the film starts, it starts with Juliette Lewis, who her daughter, I forget who the actress she plays, but Juliette Lewis, I forget who she plays as. I'm not going to bother. I have to remember at the top of my head. So, basically the film begins and they're driving on the highway and they're moving to, I think, Ohio. I think the film is set in Ohio. So they're moving in, they're getting to acquaint with each other. So they're like mother-daughter, and they're trying to bond. But her daughter bumps into these other teenagers. So these teenagers are out there, they're friends, and they spot Ma walking her dog. So she's like a veterinarian, but she's not perfect. She messes up things on the job, and just craziness really happens. And near the beginning of the film, she goes out partying with a bunch of teenagers. So they bump into this officer played by the director himself, Tate Taylor. Yeah, Tate Taylor appears in the film as an officer. So he's like spots these kids out drinking, and this officer is mad. So Luke Evans calls the officer, who's with his girlfriend, wife. I don't know, might be a girlfriend. So she calls him, he calls that cop, and they find out a bunch of craziness, and then the cop's like mad, so he's like, you know what? I played football with your dad, and he's a dick. Like that. He's an irate officer that he tells these kids, he has a flashlight, says, like, one young lady, oh, you mean me? No. Wrong young ladies. So he's got the flashlight and he's spotting these guys kind of like that. So basically, eventually goes into flashbacks of Sue Ann being in as a teenager, and she gets bullied and picked on, so she goes after the people that wronged her. So it's kind of like sort of a revenge story. It's kind of similar to a film I covered on the channel, Breaking In, which was another film that dealt with the whole revenge story type deal, but that was more of a home invasion story. This is more of a revenge story. So Ma invites these Sue Ann or Ma, they call her Ma, randomly they just say Ma. So she's Sue Ann, so she invites them down, they party. It has a really good soundtrack though, like a lot of 70s disco era music, they play Funky Town, she's having a good time at the party. She's handing Jello shots, you get these kids drunk, and then all of a sudden it's just Juliette Lewis, I forget her character's name. Let me go ahead and pull up Wikipedia again. I always trust Wikipedia for all these kinds of things. Okay. Uh, wait, so yeah, while I'm talking, guys, I'll mention, yeah, but yeah, I should have done my research again. Juliette Lewis's character's name, I have to look it up again. Erica. Erica was her name. So Erica Thompson, and then, yeah, Maggie Thompson, I forgot to mention. So, yeah. So, basically, she's not pleased that her daughter Maggie's out there with a bunch of teenagers. Said, that's not cool. You're not going with those teenagers. She flips out. Then the daughter spews the F-bomb in front of her. Like, F this, you can't control me. I'm not a minor anymore. I'm a teenager. I should be fully adult. So she's not liking it, forces her to stay back. So she goes and figures out. Then we got Luke Evans, who I did cover Fast and Furious 6, which also had Luke Evans. I did cover that one on the channel, so you can check that review out. But man, Luke Evans is good. The cast is just great. So basically, he gets mad and furious that his son Andy is hanging out. And I'm not going to go more in depth into it, though, but let's just say it gets really crazy. This movie is phenomenal. This movie is what I thought Megan was going to be like. This movie also reminded me a little bit of Hannibal from 2001. In fact, Ma is almost similar to Hannibal Lecter. Hannibal Lecter. She's similar to Hannibal Lecter, though, but not in a sort of I'm going to eat people kind of way. More as a revenge type story. She's a teenager, she gets made fun of, then she gets revenge on these people. So that's the gist of Mom. I don't want to talk more in depth to the film because I don't want to give away anything, but yeah, the whole cast, even Tate Taylor's small role as the officer, he's good at it too. I really forgot how good directors can be as actors, because normally a director is always never good as an actor. Tate Taylor surprised me enough, and he actually can act. I think he started out as an actor before he became a director. Kind of similar to Peter Berg when I covered Shocker. How much acting, then going into directing. That kind of thing. But yeah, it's just really, really well made. Really good film. I really think Blumhouse there's been some bad Blumhouse movies, but this movie I feel like is where Blumhouse got it right on the track. This is a movie I really wanted Megan to be a lot like, but this movie is totally a lot better. I think this movie did remind me a little bit of 2001's Hannibal at times. But yeah, it's really, really crazy. If you guys want to see me do a ranked video on the Blumhouse movies, I can probably do that. You'll have to you'll have to hit a comment to let me know. And yeah, and I just really like Ma. I think Octavia Spencer is the real reason why this movie works. I forgot how great of an actress Octavia Spencer is. And the whole cast is good. There are some gross moments in it, but most of the time it's just a flat-out fun movie. It's not really scary, but honestly, I feel the on and ending is kind of sort of lame, but and I'm getting ahead of myself in this movie. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and show you the front artwork. Now I do have with the slip. I did have this movie before, but I don't know where that copy was, so I bought this from my good buddy Steve's with the slipcover, and I just really enjoyed it. Like, the scene right there, I forgot to mention that Luke Evans comes in. He is so creepy. He tells Ma how the bear shot in the woods. But yeah, I think I showed you that, and I showed you that. But yeah. Yeah, it's really good stuff. Yeah, I was right, Ohio Town. It's set in Ohio Town. I think Cincinnati. Yeah. Yeah, she's hospice. The ending is really good. I'm not going to give away at the end, but I will tell you this. Like, there are some, like, really good moments in this. I was really shocked of how good that is. I like the tagline right here, get home safe. And on the back of it says, everybody's welcome at Ma's, but good luck getting home safe. That is just really good tagline. Though, this is an R-rated movie. Yeah, violence, disturbing material, language throughout sexual content, and 14 drug and alcohol use. Which having the word 14, teen during, and yeah, having the word and 14 drug and alcohol use is kind of dumb. It's like kind of like the back of the Mean Girls DVD where it says teen partying under PG-13. Though having that on there is kind of dumb. I can't really zoom it up, but if you can see it, yeah. Whenever they say that, that's just kind of dumb. I always thought so. Yeah, I mean, I understand sexual content and 14 drug and alcohol use. I understand that. It's like when Ninja Turtles 3 was rated PG for swashbuckling action. It kind of reminded me of that. The Motion Picture Association of America can kind of be weird and iffy with their ratings. I don't understand, but ignore the ratings aside, this movie is really good. It's not for everybody, but I can easily tell you right now, this is going on my best list at the end of the year. I'm going to kind of give that away. I'm going to slam this into my best of list. It's really that good, and it shows you how good. I mean, you can give it to anybody. Octavia Spencer was just the perfect choice for this. Let's actually talk about special features. The alternate ending, I'm going to tell you right now, I did not like the alternate ending, and I thought that was kind of not very good. There's deleted scenes, creating Suan, Party at Maz, and very rarely a theatrical trailer. Yeah, they threw a trailer on a newer film in the special features section of the DVD. I thought it was really cool because very rarely movie studios would give you bonus features. But yeah, I don't want the video to take too long, but I'm not going to take that long with it. So yeah, I think I mentioned everything about this though that has been said. Though the girlfriend of Luke Evans was actually played by Missy Pyle. Now, this is an actress I have covered. I did cover Along Came Polly. She was in. So if you want to check that view out as well. I forgot she plays the girlfriend in it. And I'm going to tell you right now, before I go to the final verdict, there's one particular scene I like. There's a scene where Ma's driving like that. So the girlfriend's jogging. She's driving with the pickup truck and slams, hits her, and just says, blank, blank, and blank. And F and blank. I'm not going to say what word she said because I don't want to get like demonetized or YouTube blocked. I don't want the YouTube police to come out. But it said F and blank. We'll just leave it at that. You're going to have to watch the movie for yourself to see what she actually said. But I'm getting ahead of myself. That's the scene I like the most. Though some scenes I felt was a little too gross. Like, I felt, this is where I get into negatives. I thought the one scene where he forces the one kid to get naked, but it was more of a prank. Yeah, it was more of a prank. But the scene with Luke Evans naked and she grabs his dinger felt a little bit too fakey. But honestly about that, though that did remind me of the scene where it says, take off your clothes, tells the kid to take off the clothes. It reminds me of the scene in Devil's Rejects where the girl had to be forced to take the clothes off while holding a gun to her face in that movie. So I felt that scene kind of copied the Devil's Rejects scene in it, though, but basically through a male. But yeah, I'm getting ahead of myself. Just watch the movie. So that's all I have to say. So, final verdict. Should you see Ma? Do I really need to say anything? Absolutely. This movie is phenomenal. This is a true example of how you can make a horror film, a horror movie, or a scary movie without being scary. You can still make a horror film without trying to scare or spook your audience. Though, they might get a little too gross. In the film. But Octavia Spencer is just so good. She plays such an evil, despicable woman that you kind of like. And that's the thing I like about Blumhouse movies. Whether good or bad, Blumhouse just entertains me. So far, I haven't watched a bad Blumhouse film. Well, maybe Truth or Dare, but that's about it. That was like the only Blumhouse movie I kind of didn't like, and maybe the first Purge. I felt that one was a little bit too hokey, but most of them have not been. Well, Unfriended. I'm sorry. Unfriended might be the worst Blumhouse movie I watched. There's a sequel to Unfriended called Unfriended Dark Web. I don't have that movie, so I can't really say if that's an improvement over it. But yeah, I'm just going to stop right there. So yeah, so that's my review of Ma. Go check out the movie. If you have not seen Ma, please watch this movie. There's plenty more Blumhouse movies I'm going to cover on the channel. So if you like this or other films by Blumhouse I covered, you might want to check out those reviews as well. So that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching my review of Ma. If you like the content I put on the channel, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff on the channel, and yeah, all that. Yeah, just do all that good stuff that YouTube likes to do, and who knows, maybe we'll see about it. But yeah, I am at now, I'm trying to think how many I made it to. Oh yeah, I'm at, out of all the movies I covered, that's including last year's and years before, I've watched 286 movies on the channel. 286 movies. That's a lot of movies. I'm almost a couple movies away from getting to 300, and that's crazy. So, for those that do like what I do on the channel, and for those that do watch, this is a big thank you to everybody who has come on the channel, liked, comment, or even just interested in any of the movies I talk about on the channel. So, yeah. So that's it. And, yeah, so anyways, like always, keep watching those Universal movies, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.